Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Adventures in Minecraft. And well, let's put it this way, it's episode 1, so maybe not another episode, maybe the first episode. Let's call this the first episode because it's the only one that we're actually going to do something in so far. And it is going to be this house that you see right behind me. I am going to try and actually build up this entire house in this one episode. Now that is probably like sounding like a lot to do, but it's actually not as big as it seems. I think it should be okay, and we should actually be able to build up this entire house. And I think the first thing that I need to start work on is the roof right there, and that is probably gonna take a bit of a while. I've got a few ideas, but I've not planned anything out particularly well. I think I'm just sort of gonna go in straight into the building of things. And oh, hi, you wanna join me? Come along. But yeah, anyway, enough of talking to rabbits. But yeah, my exam went pretty well. It was actually yesterday. I'm recording this on the second day of my summer holiday now, basically, or you could call it the first day. I'm getting all mixed up with the numbers here, but anyway. So the first thing I need to do, as you can see, my inventory is like a bit of a mess, unless we're going to be building with wheat and rotten flesh and seeds. But I don't think we're going to do that. So I need to go gather some resources. I've just got my axe in my hand right now, and that's because I'm going to get some more of this dark oak wood, because you can see that the roof is actually built out of this stuff. And I'm also going to get some more stone bricks. So after doing that, I will be right back. And I was actually planning to time-lapse it, but I don't really think there's any point because it's only going to be a few minutes of me cutting down a little bit, a few more of these trees, I guess, and getting a little bit of wood. So I'll see you guys in just a few seconds. Okay, so I'm back after all of that resource gathering, and as you can see, I got tons of different stuff. I got quite a lot of wood. I actually got more wood than this, and then but I've stored that away, and then I've got some stone and stone bricks and stuff. This is pretty much everything that I'm going to need for now, hopefully. And yeah, I'm going to start working on the roof here, like I said. So the first thing I need to do is, I think, add in these little struts here, because the design goes like this. I sort of have these dark oak wood logs there, and then I put in these stairs in between like that. And I think it looks pretty cool. I've got some ideas for this roof, and I think the way it's going to be is it's not going to be like a full roof going all the way up, because that would look pretty bad on this kind of a house, I think. I don't think it would pretty much look amazing, because I think it's just too big, basically. But I've got another idea. It should probably slope off at like a certain point. So it's a flat roof at the top, and then I'll add some detail in it like I have to those roofs over there. If I just take you over here, you can see that this roof has these kind of little, almost these lines going across it and everything. They add a lot of detail. I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to see that, but it is kind of cool to add in some detail into the roofs, because you know, when I've seen people doing creative builds and stuff, they always tend to do that. They always tend to add lots of detail in, and you know, even into the roof. And I think that's something that I probably need to do as well. So yeah, I think I should probably go up one block higher from there, and that probably will look pretty good, hopefully. So I'll be right back after adding in these 2 layers of stairs, and then we'll see what else we can do. Welcome back, guys. So I've actually done the extra layers. I've added them on, as you can see here, all the way along, and it's starting to come together now. I think it looks more like a kind of a well-rounded house almost, just by adding in an extra bit of the roof, because I've been looking at it for so long, just being sort of incomplete. But now it's actually getting some progress done, which is great. And I mean, oh, just look at that. I could look at that all day. That lovely sky and this beautiful sunrise right here. But the reason that I'm actually relating to this is because I'm actually going to include quite a lot of glass in this roof, like glass blocks, so you can actually see out into the sky and into this beautiful these textures, which are really amazing. By the way, if you do want to check these textures out yourself, it's this bit here, Brothers Johnson Unshaders Plain. is what I'm using, and that's along with obviously the Faithful pack, which is these two texture packs combined is, I think, like the best combination for me. But yeah, you should check them out if you do like the look of these textures. Anyway, so the next thing we're gonna have to do is actually build in the flat sort of area of the roof, and that's going to be the biggest bit. And like I said, I'm going to be including these skylights in there. I don't think it's going to be like a full glass roof, so you don't have to worry about that, because I don't think that would be, look really too good either. But I've got some ideas, so let's try it out on camera. Don't know how well this is going to turn out, but you know, we can give it a go. So I think I want to do it like this. What level should that flat bit be at? I think the flat bit should be, yeah, at this level here, at this block here. So if I actually add in some struts, continuing with these ones here, then I should be able to create something like a frame of the sort of roof using these, because I think that will look good. And then in between the frame I can add in some more struts and then add in glass in between them, if that makes any sense at all. If it doesn't, don't worry, I will be showing you this in a little while. But after that we're going to actually have to do the transition bit between this courtyard here and the actual house. I think I'm just going to leave it as like one big wall or something, but we'll figure that out in just a bit. There we go, got some more of this. Alright, so as you can see here, I've finished adding in those struts, which will form most of the roof there, and it looks pretty cool. As you can see, I think it's going to turn out pretty well. And where I was talking about adding in the glass, you know, you could add it in inside these little bits here and have sort of slabs going around the edge or something like that, which is the next thing I'm going to do probably, or I might just go over here and start work on this side, which is actually, yeah, I think I'll be working on this side. But yeah, in the space of just doing this, I have actually had a few problems with my computer. My graphics card crashed a couple of times, but luckily Minecraft is clever, and it recovered the chunks and everything, so I didn't lose any data, or my world didn't get corrupted, which is great. Great to know. I backed it up straight away. But yeah, that's how computers can be, I guess. And if you look over here, you see that I've left this sort of section completely out. And the reason I've done that is because, well, if you look down here, we've got this kind of thing running up. It's sort of like when you have balcony sections in houses and stuff. It's quite cool to just sort of look down from here and have this whole thing to sort of give you a kind of skylight. And if you look at it from the bottom as well, I think I like the idea of making this into one big glass piece up there, because it will look really nice from down below as well. So I think I'm going to add, I'm going to keep this open like that. I'm probably going to add some more struts in here. But the next thing I'm going to do is actually build up this side here, because I think that's quite important. You know, we need a wall here. Can't just leave it open. So I need to figure out a way of kind of creating a new design almost, because, well, if you look over here, we've got these blocks, these pillars for this whole house are about 5 blocks apart exactly. And these ones here are only 3 blocks apart, because I had to sort of fit it in and squeeze everything together in this corner, because I didn't plan any of this, which is not a good thing while building, but then, you know, it sort of does allow you to do some more creative stuff in the end. So yeah, I'll get back to you, and I'll start designing and building up this part right here. Okay, welcome back again, everybody. Now, I'm not in that area, and as you could hear, that really scary thundercloud, I think you might have heard that, you might have not. But anyway, I was just looking at my armor, and I noticed it's almost dead. Most of it. It's almost yeah, there you go, crack of thunder. But anyway, just for the, you know, the tension, the dramatic suspense there. Right, I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, I need to repair this stuff, so I'm just gonna put it in the anvil, and let's see how much will it. Oh, I probably shouldn't put all of it in there. So I've got that. Let me just put it on. I haven't got enough space in my inventory. Right. I don't think I need to use all of that iron. I got plenty of iron though, which is pretty cool. There we go. I think I can repair that fully. And right, we've got a full set of iron. Iron? Well, iron armor back. So let me leave that over there. I'll take this with me. But another thing that I wanted to show you guys was, well, you probably won't be able to see it that well with all the rain and the thunder. But as you can see here, the roof, it doesn't look amazing. I think it just looks a bit too high and a bit too thick, and it's just too big, I think. Even though, I said at the start of the episode that's not what I wanted. I wanted to make it quite thin and slope off at the top. So I've decided on something. I'm going to move that entire little frame that I showed you. Oh great, a creeper spawned on top. I'm going to move that frame down by 1 block so it looks like the roof is thinner, if you know what I mean. And I'll be right back after doing that. So this is what I came up with for the side of the house here that I said I'd be working on. And it's really simple. It's a really simple design, and it sort of fits in with the rest of the roof and comes with a nice kind of transition. I think the transition might look a bit weird though. Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't look that good at all, does it? Yeah, I think I'm going to be working on that corner bit there and getting it sort of connected up and making that look good. But overall, it looks alright. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this for now. It will obviously change in the future, but that's okay. And the next thing I did, off camera, of course, was to move all of this this frame down, and that is also done. It does make a nice difference because I looked at the roof again. It does look a bit thinner, and I will show you that a little bit later on. But yeah, I think this is going pretty well. You see, I've added in that rim of cobblestone as well, cobblestone stairs. And it didn't take too long to come up with this design because it just kind of transitions everything together and it works pretty well. So if you look here, I've been testing out different ideas for the skylight, and that's just like a perfect example of how you can sort of see the sky and everything through these little holes in the frame. And I tried out using these stone slabs, but since we've actually used them out here on these paths here, I don't really think it's going to look too good, to be honest, in the ceiling, because it's kind of like a floor block now. And same with the cobblestone. I think I've used that for a path somewhere outside, so it doesn't look that good. But the stone brick is, I think, what we're going to be going with. That kind of makes it. I just like the texture of stone brick generally, and you'll probably see me using it quite a lot. Like, it's everywhere. But yeah, I do like this texture of this stone brick, and I think I'll be keeping that. And that's the one that I'm going to be installing all over here. So if you look at the frame here, you see I've got another one of those big sort of square holes, and I thought I'd keep them in the center, like 2 of them, so I could have some other kind of design, and maybe I'll build something up like a little kind of, I don't know, a little box or something to sort of have windows on the edge of that. It's kind of hard to explain what I'm thinking of, but I'll see what I can do up there a little bit later on. And yeah, I think I'm going to have to do yet another progress update and sort of do some work off camera and then come back. And the reason I'm doing it like this and I'm not doing the work on camera is, well, first of all, it takes me a long time to come up with ideas, and it takes me a long time to get things right. Whoa, where is that zombie? I don't know. But yeah, it takes me a long time to get things right, and a lot of trial and error, practicing, mostly error, less trial. Yeah, well, and I think what I need to do now is finish off this roof. I'm not sure if we can actually get the entire house done in one episode like I was hoping to do before, but I can give it a go. So I also have to go out in like a couple of hours, I think. So I'm going to play football with my friends, which is going to be pretty fun. And then when I get back from that, I think is when I'll do my next cut So hopefully I can get quite a bit of work done by then. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so I'm back from football, and wow, that was that was pretty long, and it was pretty fun as well. But I had to actually cycle down like a really long road to get there and back again, and it was really hot as well. It's like really unexplainably hot British weather right now, and you don't usually get to say that in one sentence, do you? So yeah, I'm back to building, and I'm on the roof here. I've actually added in all the stone brick little rings here, and I don't know whether this is actually big enough. Like it only leaves us with these 3 by 3 sort of holes to put in the glass, but I think it should do just fine. And I was like trying to experiment with this little design here, and I thought I'd build it on camera because I think there's been way too many cuts in this episode. So I thought I'd try and build this thing. Now it's kind of just a random idea that came into my head of having a kind of a different thing, something to draw attention to the roof and make it a bit more unique. It's kind of like it's the thing that I was talking about before, which I can't really explain. So I think I should just build it. That's probably the best thing to do. So I think I should add in like a border around this, whether it should be stone brick slabs or full bricks, I don't know. I think I should make it out of slabs because that will be a lot more resource friendly. So let me just do that, add in those. Alright, this is going to look pretty cool, I think. And I'm going to add in glass going in sort of stripes down through sort of, I think, in the middle and stuff like that. On the walls of this little box thing that I'm building up. Oh no, I've run out. That's not good. It's not a good thing. Let me just make some more. And if I sound a bit tired, it is because I've been like cycling for so long, and it's just really tiring to go, long distances like that. But I'm still, ready to do this episode and ready to hopefully almost finish this house. I think we'll probably get the main structure of the house done, and the last thing that I'm going to be working on is actually over there, or there and there, actually merging that courtyard section into the house, the main part of the house. And I think that should be okay to do in one episode. Right, so how shall I do this? This is a bit complicated. This is going to be a bit of a weird design. I guess I could add some more pillars going up. I mean, why not? Everything in my world is just made up of pillars like this, so why not add some more, It's always a good idea, especially with my building style. So yeah, if you guys have any tips on how to improve the building that I've got, the building skills, the building style that I've got going, and some of the stuff that I've made here, then be sure to leave a comment and tell me. And tell me whether you enjoyed the videos or not as well, because obviously I'm looking forward to getting some feedback on these videos, hopefully. Okay, so I'll keep building this thing up. As you can see, I don't really have a plan, which is why I'm probably going to have to take another cut. And then I'll be back, and hopefully I'll have built something pretty good and awesome up by then. So here it is. Here is my little box thing that I was talking about, and now I'm actually going to put in the glass. So I thought I'd show you that process and give you a good look at this thing. Now the roof is a bit wacky, I've got to admit. It's a bit strange, and that's a good thing. Again, I said, like, it's unique and it's as creative as I can be for a roof. I don't really think anybody's going to be able to see this. Anyway, so I'm going to put glass in the middle here, so we have a direct view upwards to the pretty awesome sky. And where's my crafting table? There it is. So I've got some glass, and I've also got some different stuff to be able to make dyes and stuff with. So here we have light grey dye. So I'm just going to put that straight in there. Oops. And I think we won't need many of these. So first of all, let me just make 8. And then I seriously doubt we're going to use red glass, but I just brought that just to test it for the side panels down there. But anyway, right now we will use this, and this is pretty much the first glass that we're going to place in this house. So let's see, where will this be placed? I want it to be placed on the top half like this, which might look a bit strange, but I think it should do the trick. So just like that, let's go around. Oh, we're going to need more. I thought that would be enough, but now judging by the size, actually we're going to need a lot more. So let me make that. Okay, so what's the recipe again? Wait, I need to make some more dye first. Right. Make a few of those, and I will just literally add in all of this. There we go. And it's turning to night again. Is that a good thing? Who knows? I mean, I've actually kept on building through the night for most of this time, because the mobs don't seem to really harm me when I'm on the roof. Actually saying that, if I got a skeleton or something, whoa, I'd be shot off with no help. So yeah, here we go. I think that looks actually a bit weird because it's a bit too high really. So to fix that problem, I'm gonna bring out the old slabs and probably just go over the top like this. That will make it look a bit more normal. In fact, I can probably leave the middle section out like that, and it will add that kind of depth on the roof. But then again, nobody's going to see this again. But who cares? Let's just do that. So, wait, where was it? It was just like that, wasn't it? Yeah, so here we are. So this is the first little skylight that we've got going here. And now I think I'm going to have to make some more of this. And I could use this glass, and I think I am going to use this glass. This is the glass to use, I think, because I was going to like experiment with bone meal and make some white glass maybe, and some other stuff as well. But I think I'm going to stick with this color because it's really good by the looks of it. So let's make a few of these. Oops, I smelted quite a lot of glass, as you can see, just so we get a good amount of well, I'm going to be making windows for like quite a lot of these little panels here. As you can see, there's loads of them. So let's see how this looks. Yeah, I think that should do. That should be okay. I can make these darker, but I think that's just the perfect color. I don't want to go for anything other than that, I think. And oh no, I haven't got silk touch, so I'm just gonna have to break that. But yeah, this has turned out really well. Better than I could have imagined, and this roof has got just so much detail and random stuff in it, especially with that, that I think we're good to go. And now we just have to fill in the glass, and the last thing we're going to do is again merge those two sections, and then we'll be done for our episode 1, which is really cool and a bit strange because I never expected the episode to be like this. So I don't know what I expected really. But oh, I didn't really do that properly. But anyway, I will be back after I've basically added in most of the windows in this house. Okay guys, so I assure you that this will be the very last cut that you're going to be seeing in this episode, because I'm just going to show you everything that I've got done, and I'm going to leave it at that for this episode, so we can actually do the rest in the next episode. But as you can see, we've made a lot of progress. That little feature on the roof there, breaks up the sort of repetitive pattern there a little, and makes it a bit more unique and cool. So I really love the look of that. And you can see I've added in all of the glass panes, and I've gone for grey stained glass in the windows there at the top and at the bottom as well. But I'll tell you why I haven't actually put them in the bottom windows. That's because I haven't decided where exactly to put the front door of the house. I remember saying in the tour video it doesn't actually have a front door, which is something that I should have thought of. So yeah, I'll be doing that in the next episode, and it will probably be like a stairway or something going down there on one of these things. But yeah, it is pretty much done. I've achieved most of the goals of this episode in that you know, I've basically done most of the house, and it's about let's say 80% complete. There's just a little bit more to do, and I've got some really big plans for next episode as well. So you can see here, I've tried to create like a side door, a side entrance, but this is only 1 block wide, so it's not going to look really that impressive like with this big house and then a tiny little door there. But yeah, I guess Minecraft doors are only 2 blocks high and 1 block wide, which isn't amazing, but we'll have to deal with that. And you see here, oh, this looks really cool. I think I've tried to make this side look a bit better than it was before, and you see I've pretty much settled with this nice simple design and added in again the glass paint there in the side. And I think first of all, I just can't help it. I just want to show you guys the inside of the upper floor here, and it looks really awesome. I mean, I just couldn't have hoped for like a better turnout for this episode, because I mean, I really like the way these skylights just dip down a little bit underneath the slabs. It kind of adds a lot of detail and depth, and this little feature right here looks really cool, and it was just a bit of a kind of a random experiment really that turned out pretty well. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And yeah, it has like more of a homely feel now it's almost complete. And if you're wondering right here, you know, I've left this big thing open and I've not bothered to complete it. And there is an absolutely important reason for that, if that even makes any sense. And that is that I am gonna build an extra bit to this house, and that is going to be in the next episode. So make sure you actually watch that episode, because I think that's going to be even better than this one, because we will be completing the house in that. And I'm going to add like a little tower kind of bit, not too high, but you know, something that goes just a little bit higher than this bit here, so it's not really a skylight. And then I'm going to add in like a nice spiral staircase that leads up to it. So that will be a really interesting little project to work on, and that will pretty much round up the house. And the next thing I'm going to do in the next episode, as you can see, we've just got like an empty place where a wall should be here, so it's just like a hole going into the house. Not very secure there, especially from the creepers, which I've seen a lot of. And yeah, so I'm going to build in this wall in the next episode. And also, you see this courtyard here, I'm going to be building in the tree in the center. I don't know if I mentioned that in the tour or not, but I want to actually build a tree here in the center and make it look really nice and awesome, like a custom tree that I've built, not just a normal sapling one. And I'm also going to be adding in a lot of detail and randomness to this little courtyard here. So that will round off the house completely, and that will be in the next episode. So be sure to come and watch that one, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And as I say, I've had a lot of fun making this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the episode as much as I have making it, because it really has been a lot of fun. Although I did lose my my helmet, my iron helmet, while building this thing, but you know, I think it's worth the cost of that little helmet, because it's turned out pretty awesome. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, and if you have any comments or any suggestions, or basically just anything you want to say, then I would highly advise that you go down to the comments section and give me some feedback, because I'll be looking forward to whether you guys enjoy my videos or not, and I think that's really important to me. So I'll see you in the next episode, and stay tuned, and I'll see you then.